Can they see this vessel? I asked. No. We are at an altitude of 40,000 meters, and further, there are presently 3 layers of cloud between the planet and us. On the other hand, they can see our satellite, and I think it is to that they are addressing these gestures of gratitude. Perhaps they take the sphere to be a god which has saved them from ruin? It's quite possible. Can you tell me what is happening? Who are these people? It would take too long to explain to you, Michel, especially now with so much activity in the vessel, but I can satisfy your curiosity by explaining briefly. These people are, in a way, the descendants of certain ancestors of people existing still on your planet. In fact, a group of their ancestors peopled a continent on the planet Earth about 250,000 of your Earth years ago. Here, they possessed a civilization which was very advanced but, having raised enormous political barriers between themselves, they finally destroyed themselves, 150 years ago, with the atom. Do you mean a total nuclear war? Yes, brought about by chain reaction. We come, from time to time, to take samples in order to study the degree of radiation still existing in various regions. Sometimes too, just as a few moments ago, we help them. But they must take you to be God himself after what you did just now. Thao smiled and nodded her head. Ah yes, that's certainly true, Michel. They take us to be gods, exactly as, on your planet, certain of your ancestors also took us to be gods. Still, they talk of us. I must have shown complete surprise, as Thao threw me a look of amusement. I told you a moment ago that my explanation is somewhat premature. We'll have plenty of time to talk of this again. Besides, that's why you are with us. With that, she excused herself and resumed her place in front of a screen disk. The images were changing rapidly on the panel. The sphere was on its way up, and we had a view of a whole section of the continent, on which, I noticed in places, patches of green and brown. The sphere took its place again within the vessel, and we departed. We flew over the planet at a breathtaking speed, and I allowed myself to be imprisoned in my armchair by the force field. On the screen were images of the waters of an immense ocean. We could distinguish an island, which grew rapidly.